Well, I can first confirm to you that indeed President Obama has accepted graciously the honor that was offered to him, and it is to be bestowed on a date to be agreed to between himself and the university at a future date. But I can indeed confirm that he has accepted. In part, the reason why it's not happening tomorrow, it's out of respect for all the sensitivities around the condition of our former president. So let me just be very clear. My understanding, and I did my homework on this, is that there will be no conferral of a degree tomorrow at the Soweto event, but the Soweto event with the youth is taking place. But he has indeed accepted the offer from UJ.
Who confirmed this to you, Professor Landsbergh? You said you did your homework on it.
The management and of the university and the vice chancellor of the university.
What's your reaction to what we still imagine is a planned demonstration for tomorrow against this decision to award Obama an honorary doctorate?
If you would allow me, I would even go to the extent of saying this, without any hesitation or fear, that a lot of the demonstrations that are about to happen was actually triggered by people within the UJ Senate who couldn't persuade the majority of their colleagues. They then took their disgruntlement outside the university and even instigated protests against the decision. Having said that, we should expect protests against someone like President Obama. I myself have been one of the fiercest critics of their Libya decision. But let me be absolutely clear. UJ is a diverse university. There are people from very many backgrounds, people who supported apartheid, people who were anti-apartheid, activists. We've got people from the Muslim community. The university does not pour scorn or disrespect the 27.5% who voted against. But at the end of the day, 72.5% of Senate voted in favor, 80% of council voted in favor. The university took this to structures. And my appeal to colleagues is, indeed protest, but do not exploit what was ultimately a democratic outcome and then trigger and marshal opposition against your own institution because you couldn't get your way.
So in order to respond to their criticisms, what is the benefit of President Obama's visit to Africa?
Well, that's actually a very important point, and I would be the first to say to you, and it can be no justification on the part of President Obama. I think he had something of a chip on his shoulder towards Africa during his first term. What do I mean by that? Here is the first African-American president of the United States. And there's almost a sense in which he worried that because he's black and of African descent, at least from his father's side, that people thought he would spend too much time on Africa, that he would move away from the established foreign policy ethos of America. So he almost tried to spend his first term trying to show that he's neither weak on security and wouldn't move away from the established direction of American foreign policy, which has many weaknesses. And I actually like your point. There is a sense in which he is playing catch-up. You also made a very significant point, and the Americans can't deny this. China's presence in Africa, the other BRICS countries' presence in Africa, and many others have actually triggered the response from the West and America in particular. But here is the crucial thing for Africans. You ask me what's the benefit for Africans. It's up to Africans to set the agenda. Obama is flying in here with an agenda, not in the least an economic agenda. Do we know what we want from America or China or Russia or Brazil or India? We have to learn to act together, speak with one voice, and put to external powers how we would like them to engage us. Otherwise, they won't turn us into the next frontier, but into the last frontier.